On Wednesday, June 26, Micron Technologies will report earnings. It's going to be a pretty important one for the whole semiconductor industry, not because this quarter is going to be bad. I think it's still going to be quite a good quarter, but guidance is going to be very, very important, seeing if the momentum is still with them. They deal with memory, HBM. If they see some weakening, then that might indicate, or that might already tell us something with regards to the other semiconductor players. Now, I'm going to make a video summarizing what has happened last quarter, a couple of comments from some analysts that have upgraded the stock 2 days before they report earnings. So they're quite bullish, the expectations are high. Right now, by the way, I'm up here, top right corner, we're going to be traveling for quite a while, so bear with me. Micron Technology, market cap $154.52 billion, has a forward PE of 25.5 times. Now I've removed myself because, well, you don't need to see me, you just have to listen. So year over year, the stock is up 114%. Year to date, the stock is up 63%. Now you can see that the stock on all of those metrics here is more expensive. Now previously, actually a year ago, a couple of quarters ago, the company was not profitable. And so this is what you're seeing. Now, despite it being up triple digits year over year, valuation-wise, in my opinion, is still quite okay. Why is that? Well, because the business is growing extremely fast. Now, you might say, okay, but what the heck is this? Price earnings to growth, why is it so high? Why is it at 10.17? Well, to be honest, I think it might be a small mistake because if we look at what the analysts are expecting, for fiscal year 2024, they're expecting EPS of just over $1. And sales growth should increase closer to 60%. But for fiscal year 2025, look at that. Another close to 50% year-over-year growth for sales. But look at EPS, $9.05. 753% year-over-year growth. And these estimates, if you go back to the other video I did about Micron, these estimates have been updated and revised on the upside. You can clearly see this. The revision on the upside continues, and the same actually in 2026. Although there, I say only, because we go from 753% year-over-year growth to 30% year-over-year growth. Sales is going to be lower, 13.5% year-over-year growth. Like I said, this is a cyclical industry, well, side of the semiconductor market, so it makes sense. But memory, HBM, RAM is going to be of extreme importance, and Micron, in my opinion, is going to be a huge, huge winner. Now, before continuing, if you enjoyed this type of videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If not, we really appreciate that. Want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment with the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. All right, let's start off with a quick recap of last quarter. So revenue came in at $5.8 billion, gross margin $1.16 billion, 20% margin. As you can see, year over year, huge improvement. Operating income, same story, with a margin of 4% compared to, well, losses a quarter before and a year before as well. Basically, improving on all fronts, revenue, but also becoming more and more profitable. If you look at the segments, so the first one here, compute and networking, that increased 26% quarter over quarter, but 59% year over year. Mobile, 24% quarter over quarter, 69% year over year. Embedded, 7% growth quarter over quarter, 28% year over year. And then storage, 39% quarter over quarter growth and 79% year over year growth. Now, we can split, let's say, revenue into two parts. One is DRAM, the other one is NAND. So DRAM came in at $4.2 billion, representing 71% of total revenue, and that revenue increased 21% quarter over quarter. With regards to NAND, $1.6 billion, representing 27% of total revenue, and that revenue increased 27% quarter over quarter. If we look at next quarter guidance, or the quarter we're going to get on Wednesday, revenue should come in at around $6.6 billion. Gross margin, again, improving 26.5%, plus minus 1.5%. Moving on to some analyst comments. So we got one from Wolf Research. They maintained its outperform rating on Micron Technology and raised the price target on the stock to $200 from $150. The analyst noted that they were raising estimates on Micron heading into the company's report on stronger industry conditions and optimism regarding high bandwidth memory or HBM. While Wolf expects bullish commentary from the report, near-term conditions are not the reason why it has been bullish on Micron stock. The analyst believes that all memory suppliers are working to constrain supply near term to avoid having customers build inventory ahead of expected price increases. Wolf's bullish view is rather about calendar year 25-26, and its math can drive a plausible cost to $20 EPS, while HBM contributes about $3 to that earnings power. The much bigger contributor is the impact on commodity dynamic random access memory or DRAM pricing margins as HBM demand causes supply to tighten. The plausibility of that scenario is what keeps Wolf bullish on Micron stock despite its recent run. Meanwhile, at Citi, they reiterated its buy and top pick rating on Micron and raised the price target on the shares to $175 from $150. Analysts at Citi expect the company to post results and guidance above consensus given the DRAM upturn and Micron's increasing AI memory exposure. The analysts have raised their estimates and price target and believe that Micron should continue to trade at a premium to its historical range given AI exposure. I've said this already in the last video, which was a couple of months ago. This one you want to play it because the moment the cycle enters the downturn, you don't want to be the one still holding the bag. Earlier this month, UBS maintained its buy rating on Micron and raised the price target and estimates, noting that industry checks suggested that overall DRAM and NAND memory industry pricing continues to be biased higher. Meanwhile, Bank of America Securities added the stock to its US 1 list, which represents a collection of the firm's best investments idea drawn from a buy-rated US listed stock. So, pretty bullish all around on Micron. Now, if you needed a small reminder of what was mentioned in the last earnings call, so they talked about Nvidia's Blackwell GPU. So they said Nvidia announced its next generation Blackwell GPU architecture based AI systems, which provides a 33% increase in the HBM3E content, continuing a trend of steadily increasing HBM content per GPU. Of course, that definitely benefits a company like Micron and Samsung. The more memory chips you need, the better for them. They said that their HBM is sold out for calendar 2024 and the overwhelming majority of their 2025 supply has already been allocated. So let's see if we can get an update on that. They also project to end fiscal 2024 with low double-digit percentage less wafer capacity in both DRAM and NAND than their peak levels in fiscal 2022. Then this was, in my opinion, a double-edged sword type of thing. So the ramp of HBM production will constrain supply growth in non-HBM products. Industry-wide, HBM3E consumes approximately 3 times the wafer supply as D5 to produce a given number of bits in the same technology node. With increased performance and packaging complexity across the industry, we expect the trade ratio for HBM4 to be even higher than the trade ratio for HBM3E. We anticipate strong HBM demand due to AI combined with increasing silicon intensity of the HBM roadmap to contribute to tight supply conditions for DRAM across all the end market. So, of course, one part of the business will do extremely well, but in the same time, it's going to hurt the other side of the business. So that's where probably you want to see some improvements, a better balance. Will that happen? We don't know. They are probably going to go where the money is. And so right now, if we look at the stock, it's just under $140. Maybe we might have peaked right now, but we're still sitting above the 20-day moving average. The 50-day one sits at 127.2 and the 200-day one sits at 100.6. Yes, the stock on the weekly is overbought, but of course that doesn't mean that we cannot stay overbought for a little longer, especially with the earnings coming up. Expect a pretty volatile move. If it's a double beat and guidance is great, expect another big push on the way up, just like we've seen before. And if there is some weakness, then yes, you should be looking at the moving averages, look down below. So that's about it with regard to Micron. Of course, I will update you on Wednesday after their report. Now, right now, I still think we're going to get quite a good report from Micron because I still believe it's early days with regards to their huge growth cycle. But again, remains to be seen how they balance their own business. One side of the business will do extremely well, but how much of a hit are they taking because of that HBM side? Remains to be seen. Overall, that's about it. Do share your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.